What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Trinity. Well, I think I finally perfected this Yubel hero deck. It took a little bit of time to think about it, but I was just like, hold on. Instead of trying to test things with like this Neos, line with Yubel, why don't I just take my strongest hero build and just take the Yubel package and put it together? And then all I had to really do and think about was, okay, I want these 10 cards to go in this hero deck. So what do I do to make it have room and not make it a 60 card piled bunch of mess? So pretty much all I had to do was just like, okay, we can take this card out because it's not gonna flow well with the Yubel stuff. 3 of these are unnecessary, so let's take that card out. So basically it was kind of like just trimming down my strongest regular hero build and just putting the Yubel stuff together. But of course, you're going to be seeing that for yourself in this deck profile. And of course, if you don't think this deck is enough for you, I've already had undefeated locals with it so far, and I've got another Yu-Gi-Oh! Day coming up where we only went X1, but it's pretty much for reasons. But other than that, this deck is pretty strong, you guys. And of course, with further, studying and researching on what I can do with this deck and just learning different combos I can do, or even when we get newer cards in the future, I only see greater potential for this because we don't need to play like a broken version of Yubel that everybody else is already going to be hopping on, like Unchained or Branded Yubel or just anything else, because this is our card, right? Yubel is our card and we should be able to play it, right? But anyway, guys, if you are new to the channel, please destroy that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up button for me, and let's just go ahead and jump into this deck profile. All right, you guys, so let's go ahead and get started with this. We're gonna be doing, of course, triple copies of Vision Hero Ferris, 2 copies of Vion, and of course, 1 increase. This is not our standard hero build anymore, so I'm just going back to 1 increase because I just don't really want to see it in my opening hand. Now, of course, I was thinking about 3 Stratos, but I think 2 Stratos is just fine. We really want to limit our normal summon to the Lotus, so that's why I'm just only doing 2 copies of Stratos, along with 2 copies of Shadow Mist. I love having this card when I have Nightmare Pain, being able to destroy the Shadow Mist out of my hand, and then searching for Lotus or either Spirit of Yubel, and then Shadow Mist goes off to search for either a Ferris or just any other hero card I might need in my hand. 1 Liquid Soldier, 1 Spirit of Neos, and 1 regular Neos. I love having Spirit of Neos with the Spirit of Yubel. It just really feels like you're guaranteed to be safe during the battle phase, and I just love it so much. Alright, so that's it for the elemental heroes. Now for just our Destiny hero line, of course, 1 Plasma, 2 Malicious, and then of course the Denier, and that's pretty much just it for that. Then of course, for utility, we've got the 1 Crosskeeper. Now for our Yubel line, of course we got triple Lotus, then we got 2 Spirit of Yubels, and then of course the 1 regular Yubel. Alright, that's actually it for our monsters. Now onto our spells. Of course, triple copies of Hero Lives. We want to, like I said before, we want to keep our normal summon to Lotus. So just being able to special summon a hero right off the bat is pretty much the best start you can do. And then of course to follow that up, we've got triple copies of Nightmare Pain. You really want to see this card for just getting access to the Yubel stuff. Very important to see, so we gotta play triple copies of it. 1 Reinforcements, 1 1-for-1, and then 1 End Shuffle, just to kind of finish off our searchers or special summons, especially with the End Shuffle, being able to put back a hero and get another one out onto the field. And of course, 2 copies of Fusion Destiny. I'm not doing 3, mostly just because we don't really want to have to rely on this Fusion Destiny. But because we can also just make it with Polymerization, it's just not really needed to be at 3, at least for this deck. If you're playing regular hero, you gotta play 3 of that. And of course, 2 copies of Poly, 1 Miracle Fusion, 2 super poly. The only reason for 2 is because I can't really get into it if I don't have the Yubel stuff. It's just not really gonna matter because my only other super poly target is a Mud Dragon, so because the extra deck space is just very, very tight. Then of course, 2 copies of Mass Change just because Dark Law is still just a very powerful card. Then of course, 1 triple attack, 1 Call by the Grave, and then 1 Lightning Storm. And that's it for our spells. For our traps, we got 1 Protection of the Elements, our favorite Contact, our eternal favorite, and then 2 copies of Impermanence. Now moving on to our extra deck, starting off with our links. Oh, that's not a link monster. Starting off with our links, of course, 2 copies of Cross Crusader, 1 Wonder Driver, and then 1 Infernal Divisor. No Dread Decimator, just because, like I said, the extra deck space is very, very tight, so just trying to figure out what's mostly important to put in here. For Elemental Heroes, we got our Sunrise, our Infernal Rage, our Aqua Neos, our Shining Neos Wingman, and Wake Up Your Elemental Hero for our Elemental Hero line. Then, of course, 2 copies of Dark Law. Just seeing this card just is a blowout to just so many people. And then 1 DPE, and then for our Yubel stuff, we've got 1 Mud Dragon, and then 2 Yubel, the Loving Defender, forever. All right, you guys, that's going to be it for this deck profile. I hope you guys enjoyed this and are just really excited to just test this build out for yourself. I know some of the Yubel stuff is pretty expensive at the moment, so of course, your boy kinda got lucky and jumped the gun when they were very, very, very cheap because I figured that they would explode when people started realizing how good this deck is. But you know, now that people are getting hit by Yubel, they're actually starting to finally read these cards. So it's not as crazy strong as it used to be, but when you combined it with something like Heroes to where they're not really expecting it to happen, where they have to break your hero line and then like, hey, here comes Yubel. But of course, I know I said it already, guys, if you wanted a combo video, but now that this is a whole new version of the deck, if you guys want a combo video for this or just more in-depth guidance for this deck, just let me know down in the comments below. And but yeah, this is gonna be it for this video, you guys. So like I said before, if you're new to the channel, please destroy that subscribe button. We are almost at 2K. I cannot wait to hit it. Hit that thumbs up button for me, and if you feel like helping me and supporting me down in the channel, check the link down in the description below. I really, really appreciate it, you guys. Of course, that's potential shout outs in the next videos and stuff like that. And yeah, this is gonna be your boy Trinity signing out, and I will see you guys in the next video.